What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from Unsleeved Media, and we know that Wizards of the Coast has a quality control problem. In fact, one might actually just call it a new business decision, a new direction going on with their card stock. From all reports on the Guilds of Ravnica, the latest Magic the Gathering set, the card stock has not improved one bit. In fact, I've been told that it's back to what was Amonkhet, an hour of devastation levels of quality, which means prepare for Pringle cards. I can't believe that Wizards of the Coast is continuing to print $100 booster boxes, $250 premium items on paper that they wouldn't even wipe their own ass with. But this is another arm of the company, the D&D company, the division that's quietly exploding right now with some mainstream, very popular shows, streaming D&D weekly. We've got all sorts of reasons to be positive, but we've seen some quality control issues there as well, starting with the 5th edition. I believe that was last summer or earlier this year, where the books were just falling apart. And these books are not cheap. Some international people pay almost $100 for these books. New Zealander, it's $110 for someone there to have these books fall apart. Now, it was a known issue with a bad or expired or cheap glue. In that case, however, we don't really know, because based on what we see with Magic the Gathering, we see a conscious decision to degrade the quality. I mean, you literally sell cardboard and you're making it cheap and flimsy. Now, we've seen some quality control issues drip over into D&D with the Monster Manual and the 5th edition book, and now we see it with their miniatures. I had a viewer send some photos in, basically actual versus the ad, and it's pretty hilarious. This is what happens when you worry more about what an employee's political ideology is than their ability to do the job. I strongly believe this. When you look at the upper echelons of the company at Wizards of the Coast, for example, they have their global marketing, VP of global marketing, doesn't have a marketing degree and has never worked a marketing job. You have insider baseball promoting friends and political ideologues that agree with you over somebody who is, quite frankly, right for the job. And now we are seeing the pains, the cost of doing that. I'm going to show you the ad. I've got a couple examples here. We've got now Minsk the Ranger and Boo Miniature. I want to, these come unpainted. So if you do something like Warhammer 40K or anything like that, you will be familiar with this. So we have, this is advertised right here, right? And this is what it might look like should you choose to paint it. Of course, you can paint it however you like. That's what people love about miniatures. But if we look at the actual dude, this is what you get. Not a great sword, is it? Here's what they show you. By the way, it looks much longer and thinner. By the way, it looks more like an actual sword. And what you get is what appears to be some type of chode sword that is not even well formed at all. Pretty disappointing. Oh, and it goes on. Now they have the owlbear. Let's take a look at the owlbear. Looks amazing. And it's cool when they show you, all the various colors that you might want to paint with it. The miniatures come unpainted. This is a huge profit item, by the way. It's just plastic molding. The hobbyist, the fan, has to do all the hard work painting it. Pretty good. You see they got a lot of detail on the base there. Let's see what the base actually looks like. It looks like you've got on some rocks here, maybe. Yeah, it looks like that. Let's see. Whoops. Doesn't even come flat, by the way. It comes warped, which I'm not sure how you fix that. Maybe you heat it up, but also looks nothing like. If you look how it has these big rocks back here that are kind of connected to his foot, large talons. Okay, so maybe on this angle you can see, but again, just like their cardboard, we have an issue with the bases, and I'm curious. You have a high price. Okay, so we do have the rock in here. It looks close enough to this, but totally bent. This is just another example of, now, I only received 2 people complaining about the quality here. So I'm not sure it's as widespread as the issue with the Magic the Gathering cardstock is, but I'm curious, D&D players, were you promptly provided replacements for your very expensive D&D books that were falling apart? I'm told that it was taken care of. I just want to make sure that all of you have been taken care of. And miniature folks, is this par for the course, or is this something that has happened lately? My guess is it's happening lately. Wizards of the Coast seems to be farming out a lot of their production to low-cost outlets and passing the crap onto their consumers. Now, I've talked about this issue for years with Magic the Gathering cards, and I'm curious to see if this is also an issue in the D&D community, and it might be something that people can get together and really demand better quality. I mean, I talked about with the Magic cards, when they bend, you should take advantage of Wizards of the Coast's system. They have a program that will replace your cards or send you a booster pack or something like that. You should absolutely 100% of the time demand they fix it, because it's the only way they're actually going to make any changes. We see this with Magic players who just religiously buy the new set and complain about cardstock quality, and then they just keep buying it. Even I, the first couple passes, said I would be done with it, and I would still buy the new set for the channel every time the set came out. Well, this is unacceptable. This is, in my opinion, they are looking forward in the Magic world to eliminating the paper card game altogether, sending it the way of the World of Warcraft paper card game. That's my opinion. I think they want to transition as many people as humanly possible to MTG Arena, which I think is a fool's errand. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just too much of a boomer, and young kids just don't want to, open plastic or paper cards. And maybe this is all some diabolical plan to make the cardboard stock even worse, so that people slowly transition over to digital, because they know, like crackheads, a lot of Magic players, myself included, are hopelessly addicted to the game. Is this a bigger problem in D&D as well? And what should we do about it outside of the obvious not buying it? I think publicly shaming the company is a good idea. So if you tweet them at me, sharing them around, posting them on Wizards Facebook pages and D&D groups, this is a good strategy. Wizards seems to care strongly what people on social media say, and for whatever reason, and this quality is unacceptable. I try to put the message out there and defend the consumers here when I can, and I'm sorry that you got this junk product from WOTC, and I hope that they took care of it and replaced it. The last email I got from this person said that something was on the way, or that they had been issued a replacement, and I hope sincerely that the quality is much better, because these things aren't cheap, just like actual Magic cards. I'm interested in hearing what your thoughts are. Do you think we can expect any improvement on quality control in terms of Wizards of the Coast, or will we continue to spiral down? Thanks for watching this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.